most people don't fail with money because they don't earn enough. They fail because they do things in the wrong order. I see it all the time. People excited about stocks, crypto, or the next big opportunity, while high-interest debt quietly eats away at their future. It's like trying to grow a garden while weeds are choking the soil underneath. No matter how good the seeds are, nothing grows properly. I am Investor Milton, and I've spent years studying how money actually works, not just investments, but the behavior and decisions behind them. And what I've learned is simple. Wealth isn't built by excitement, it's built by sequence. If you get the order wrong, even good decisions won't save you. If you get the order right, average decisions work surprisingly well. Here's something that should make you pause. A huge number of people don't even have a basic emergency fund. Many could not handle a small unexpected expense without stress or borrowing. Yet those same people are eager to talk about investing, trading, or timing the market. That's like planning a luxury road trip when your car doesn't have brakes. The truth is, there is an optimal order for building wealth. It's not flashy. It's not exciting. But over a lifetime, it can save you tens of thousands of dollars and reduce financial stress in ways most people never experience. Before we talk about investing, we need to talk about foundation. Think about building a house. You wouldn't start with the kitchen design if the foundation was cracked. You wouldn't install expensive windows if the roof was leaking. Yet financially, that's exactly what most people do. They chase returns while ignoring the basics that protect those returns. And the cost of getting this wrong is bigger than most people realize. Every month you carry high-interest debt, it grows faster than almost any realistic investment return. Every month you skip benefits you already have access to, you're leaving guaranteed money on the table. And every dollar invested in the wrong account structure quietly loses power to taxes and fees. That's why order matters. The first step is simple, and yes, it's boring. Before you invest a single dollar, you need an emergency fund. This isn't about becoming rich. It's about stability. An emergency fund does something most people overlook. It protects your investments from you. When life happens, and it always does, having cash available prevents panic decisions. It stops you from selling investments at the worst possible time, or reaching for high-interest debt when stress is high. Instead of chasing an overwhelming goal, I recommend a staged approach. First, build a small buffer. Enough to cover minor emergencies. Then aim for 1 month of living expenses. Then gradually work toward 3 months. The exact number depends on your situation. Stability, income type, and personal risk all matter. But the real value isn't just the money, it's the calm it creates. That calm alone changes how people make decisions. Once the safety net exists, everything else becomes easier. After that foundation is in place, the next step is critical. High-interest debt must be eliminated. Not all debt is equal, but anything with a high interest rate works against you every single day. Credit cards are the most obvious example. Carrying this type of debt while investing doesn't make you disciplined, it makes you mathematically inefficient. Paying off high-interest debt is not a setback. It's a guaranteed return. If a debt charges you double-digit interest, eliminating it gives you a return that most investors would love to achieve consistently. There's no market risk, no volatility, no guesswork. The most efficient approach is straightforward. List your debts, focus on the highest interest first, and direct extra money there while maintaining minimum payments elsewhere. Some people prefer different methods for motivation, and that's fine. But the principle is the same. Stop money from leaking before you try to grow it. There is, however, one important exception. If your employer offers a retirement match, you should take it, even while paying off high-interest debt. Employer matching is one of the rare situations in finance where the math is overwhelming. It's immediate, guaranteed return. Few opportunities compared to it. Contribute just enough to get the full match. Not more. Not less. Then return your focus to eliminating debt. This single step alone can dramatically accelerate wealth building, because it captures value that simply disappears if ignored. One thing to pay attention to is vesting schedules. Understand the rules. But in most cases, employer matching is too powerful to skip. Once your emergency fund exists, debt is under control, and employer matching is secured, you've built a solid financial base. Now the game changes. This is where most people get distracted. They rush into taxable investing before using the tools designed specifically to help them grow wealth efficiently. The next priority is maximizing tax-advantaged accounts. Individual retirement accounts often come before increasing employer plan contributions beyond the match. The reason is control and cost. These accounts usually offer broader investment choices and lower fees, which matters far more than most people realize. Small differences in fees compound into large differences over time. After that, the decision between traditional and Roth options becomes important. This isn't about guessing the future perfectly. It's about flexibility. Taxes today versus taxes later. For many people, a mix of both provides balance and options down the road. The goal here isn't perfection. It's positioning. If you have access to a health savings account, this is where things become truly interesting. HSAs are one of the most misunderstood tools in personal finance. When used correctly, they combine flexibility with powerful tax advantages. Contributions can reduce taxable income. Growth is sheltered. Qualified withdrawals are tax-free. That combination is rare. For people who are eligible and can afford to pay current medical expenses out of pocket, HSAs quietly become one of the most effective long-term planning tools available. Especially when you consider that healthcare costs are one of the biggest expenses in retirement. Used patiently, this account alone can remove a major future risk. Only after all of this comes what most people want to start with: taxable investing. This is where flexibility lives. No contribution limits. No withdrawal rules. And yes, more freedom. But it's also where taxes slowly reduce returns year after year. Taxable accounts are not bad. They are powerful when used intentionally. They can fund early retirement, large purchases, or long-term goals that don't fit neatly into retirement rules. The mistake is using them too early. When they come last in the sequence, they work beautifully. When they come first, they slow everything else down. Here's the full sequence clearly. Stability first. Then debt control. Then free money from employer matching. Then tax-advantaged growth. And finally, flexible investing. This order isn't exciting. But it works. Most people never follow it completely. And that's why so many remain stressed about money even when they earn more over time. Do the boring work early, and your future self benefits quietly for decades. That's how real wealth is built.